Solo Leveling Episode 2. If I Had One More Chance. The sound of silence was the most deafening thing in the world. It hung like a noose in the air, thick and absolute, muffling even the ragged gasps of his own breath. Jinwoo Sung lay sprawled across the cold stone floor, one arm twisted unnaturally beneath him, his leg bent at a sharp, impossible angle. Blood oozed from a dozen gashes across his body, warm against his chilled skin. Around him lay the mangled corpses of his fellow hunters, their eyes glassy and wide in frozen fear. The stone statue, the god of that unholy chamber, stood motionless now, towering like a sentinel over a battlefield of the damned. He blinked once, slowly. The weight of his lids felt like iron. He wasn't sure if he was dead yet, or dreaming, or both. And then, a light, soft at first, ethereal, not divine, but artificial. Open quote. You have fulfilled the requirements for a secret quest, courage of the weak. Close quote. The words shimmered in the air like a hologram, blue, glowing, alive. His pupils dilated, his dry, cracked lips parted. What? He couldn't move his head, but his gaze tracked the strange prompt hovering above him. Open quote. Would you like to become a player? Yes, no. Close quote. A player? What was this? A prank of the mind, birthed by blood loss and trauma? The statue's hand moved again, slowly, menacingly. Jinwoo felt the chill of death crawl up his spine. He had no options left, no time, no strength. But the prompt lingered, patient and demanding. A breath escaped him, shaky, shallow. Yes, he whispered. The moment the word left his mouth, everything changed. A radiant pulse of energy coursed through his broken body, not healing, not soothing, but absolute. The light around the message intensified until the chamber faded away, until pain dissolved into nothingness, until darkness took him with open arms. He woke to a world too bright, too sterile, the scent of antiseptic, the soft hum of machines, a ceiling light flickering faintly above. Jinwoo blinked, groaning softly. Every muscle ached, but he was alive. Somehow. Alive. He turned his head. His sister was there, asleep in a chair beside his bed, dark circles under her eyes. A doctor passed by the open door, glanced in, and gasped. He's awake! Sung Jinwoo is awake! The world became a whirlwind. Nurses, scans, questions, disbelief. Everyone was shocked. He had been found among the dead, barely clinging to life, his injuries catastrophic. But now he was healing. Too fast, too clean. He sat up slowly, body stiff, then froze. A familiar shimmer returned to his vision. Open quote, daily quest available, prepare to become strong. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 10 kilometers run, close quote. His mouth went dry. It wasn't a dream. The system was real. He dismissed the screen with a panicked breath, rubbing his temples. What was happening to him? Why him? Later that evening, alone in his room, the screen returned. Same blue glow, same calm tone. He laughed bitterly. The world expected him to rest, to recover, but this thing wanted him to exercise like some fitness freak. No way, he muttered. He turned away from the screen. That was his first mistake. The transition was seamless. One moment he was drifting off to sleep, the next he was standing barefoot on cracked ground beneath a red sky. The air reeked of sulfur. The wind whispered threats. Open quote, welcome to the penalty zone. Close quote. His blood froze. A tremor shook the earth. From beneath the surface, a massive centipede burst out, its mandibles clicking with murderous hunger. Dozens more followed, writhing, screeching, chasing him with terrifying speed. Jinwoo ran. He ran without rhythm, without thought. Only fear fueled his legs. He tripped, he screamed. Sharp pain tore across his back as something swiped him. Blood painted the dust. He could hear them breathing behind him. Close, too close. His lungs burned, his legs gave out, and still they came. Open quote, I don't want to die, not again, not like this, close quote. The moment he collapsed, waiting for death, open quote, penalty completed, close quote. The world blinked. He awoke back in his hospital bed, drenched in sweat, screaming. His sister ran in, panicked. The doctor followed, demanding answers. But how could he explain it? How do you tell someone you were just running from giant bugs in a digital hellscape? He lay back, shaking. This wasn't some game. It wasn't a delusion. It was real, and it had consequences. The next morning, he stood in the hospital courtyard, fists clenched, facing the wind. Open quote, daily quest available, close quote. This time, he obeyed. His muscles screamed with every push-up, every squat. Passers-by stared, but he didn't care. Something inside him had changed. Not just his body, his will. Each day brought more quests, more pain, but also growth. His stats improved, his stamina soared, he slept less, ate more. Even his vision sharpened. One night, after training, he stared at his reflection in the bathroom mirror. Gone were the sunken cheeks, the tired eyes. A new man stared back. Still lean, still quiet, but no longer weak. For years, Jinwoo had accepted being the bottom of the food chain, the weakest hunter in Korea, a burden, a joke. But the system didn't laugh. It gave him a path. Still, the world outside didn't wait. His mother remained in a coma. The hospital bills piled up. His sister needed money for school, and despite everything, he was still officially an E rank hunter. When a guild offered a quick pay job in a low level dungeon, he signed up. The others recognized him immediately. Wait, is that Sung Jinwoo? One man snickered. Didn't you almost die like 10 times? The laughter was light but condescending. Jinwoo smiled politely. He'd heard it all before. He didn't care anymore. They entered the dungeon, a dark, damp corridor reeking of rot. Goblins attacked. Jinwoo moved with surprising speed, slicing through them efficiently. The other hunters stared, slightly confused. Dude, when did he get good? But the deeper they went, the more Jinwoo felt it. A pressure, subtle but growing. This dungeon wasn't normal. The walls curved unnaturally. The monsters stopped appearing. The air grew colder. Even the torches flickered oddly. He frowned. Something was wrong. The party laughed off his concerns. You still get scared, Jinwoo? You've got PTSD or what? But he wasn't afraid. Not in the same way. It was instinct. A survival instinct honed the depths of a penalty zone. Something ahead was hungry. In the final chamber, they saw it. Eyes. Dozens of them, glowing red, hiding in the dark. The air went silent. The laughter died. Weapons were raised. But Jinwoo stepped forward. His hand trembled slightly. His heart pounded against his ribs, but he didn't run. Not this time. He could feel it. The system's presence. Watching. Waiting. The others muttered prayers. Someone began to retreat. But Jinwoo clenched his fists. He had died once, had crawled through hell, had faced monsters far worse. This dungeon? This was a test, and he wasn't going to fail. He closed his eyes, exhaled slowly, open quote, "This time, I fight," close quote. And with that step, the story of the weakest hunter began its rewrite, not as a survivor, but as a warrior.